worst customer you ever met. I worked at this small family bakery downtown for 3 years during college. We made everything fresh daily. Wedding cakes, birthday cupcakes, artisan bread, custom cookies. Most customers were sweet old ladies buying treats for their grandkids or young couples planning their dream weddings. Then Marcus walked in one Tuesday morning around 8 a.m. 50-something guy in an expensive navy suit, already yelling before he reached the counter. His voice echoed through our tiny shop as other customers stopped mid-conversation to stare. He wanted a custom wedding cake for that weekend. 4 tiers, specific pink sugar flowers, gold trim, feeds 200 people. The absolute works. I politely explained we needed at least 2 weeks notice for custom wedding cakes because everything was made from scratch. Our calendar was completely booked with existing orders. Marcus slammed his Black American Express card on the glass counter so hard I thought it might crack. He said money wasn't an object and he'd pay triple our normal rate, which was already pretty expensive for a small town bakery. My manager came out from the back office and tried to accommodate him. She was this sweet woman in her 40s who genuinely cared about making customers happy. We could do a smaller version, maybe 2 tiers instead of 4, she offered. Different flowers that we actually had in stock. Marcus started screaming about how we were completely incompetent and didn't understand basic customer service. His face turned red as he waved his arms around, demanding to speak to the owner immediately. Other customers were backing away from the counter. The owner came out from the kitchen, flowers still covering her purple apron, wiping her hands on a dish towel. She was my manager's 70-year-old mother who'd been baking for 50 years. She listened patiently while Marcus ranted for 10 straight minutes about how his wedding was ruined because of our laziness and unprofessionalism. This incredibly sweet woman, who reminded me of my own grandmother, offered to work through the night to make his cake happen. She'd call in her 2 part-time decorators, order special flowers from the city, do whatever it took to save his wedding day. Marcus finally agreed, but made sure to tell everyone in the packed store how unprofessional we were and how lucky we were that he was giving us a second chance. He left his number and stormed out, leaving the whole place in uncomfortable silence. Thursday morning, he showed up to approve the design. The cake was absolutely gorgeous. 3 tiers instead of 4, but covered in beautiful handmade sugar flowers that took the owner and her team 16 hours to create. She'd barely slept in 2 days. Marcus took one look and completely exploded. The flowers were the wrong shade of pink, he screamed. The writing was too small. The overall design was a complete disaster and totally unacceptable for his special day. He demanded we start over completely with just 2 days' notice. The owner started crying right there in front of a store full of mourning customers. She'd put her heart and soul into this cake, used her most expensive ingredients, worked through 2 nights without sleep. Tears rolled down her cheeks as she apologized repeatedly. That's when I noticed something really weird. While Marcus was screaming about the pink flowers being too light, I saw him checking his phone behind the cake box. The screen showed a text conversation where someone asked, "Did you cancel the wedding yet?" His response was, "Not yet, still working on the drama." Then another message saying, "The more chaos, the better for the lawsuit. These small places always settle." I quietly took a picture of his phone screen while he wasn't looking. Marcus continued his tantrum, demanding a full refund plus additional compensation for emotional distress. He threatened to sue us for ruining his wedding day and damaging his reputation. The owner, through her tears, offered to give him everything for free and somehow start completely over. But Marcus kept escalating, making increasingly unreasonable demands. He wanted us to personally deliver the new cake, provide servers for his reception, even pay for his wedding venue rental. Finally, I couldn't take watching this sweet old woman cry anymore. I showed my manager the photo of his phone. We called the police and reported attempted fraud. The officer who arrived knew exactly who Marcus was when we described him. Turns out Marcus had pulled this exact same scam at 4 other local businesses in the past 6 months. His wedding was completely fake. He'd been using manufactured emergencies to pressure small family businesses into impossible situations, then threatening expensive lawsuits when they inevitably couldn't deliver perfection. He'd already collected over $15,000 in settlement payments from companies that just wanted to avoid costly legal battles. His whole scheme targeted family-owned places that couldn't afford lawyers. The police arrested him right there in our bakery while he was still demanding free cake. As they led him away in handcuffs, he was screaming about how we'd ruined his special day and promising to sue us for false arrest and emotional trauma. We kept that beautiful 3-tier cake and sold slices to regular customers all week for $5 each. The owner never charged anyone for the extra work, said seeing Marcus get arrested was payment enough. 3 months later, we got a check from the district attorney's office for $2,800. Restitution money collected from Marcus and his other fraud victims. The owner used every penny to give her employees raises and buy new professional baking equipment. Marcus got 18 months in county jail and had to pay back every single business he'd scammed plus interest. Turns out his fake wedding scheme was just the latest chapter in a 15-year history of targeting small family businesses across 3 different states.